Suppose class, let's say we have a string with us. Let's say a is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We have another string with us. B is equal to hello. We have another string with us, which is a combination of both 1, 2, 3. Now, suppose class, if I want to check if all the characters of a particular string are alphabets or not, so I can simply write a dot is alpha. You can see it is giving us false because all of them are not alphabets. Same thing if I do on C, then also it will give us false. But if I do the same thing on B, it will give us true. Is alpha. Similarly, on digits, there is something called as is digit. It will give us true because A is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all of them are individual digits. Now, one more thing, class. Suppose let's say name is there, or let's say name equal to Shahrukh Khan is there, and I write a name dot is alpha. Tell me, class, what will be the output here? What will be the output here? Think about it. Right, Akhil? False because of the space. All of the characters should be alphabet, then only it will give us true. Okay, so I guess I've covered most of them. Is alpha, upper, right? Okay. So let's move forward, class. Next is your methods on list. Now suppose class C. Now how to create an empty list? Achha, one thing, let me just quickly tell you how to create an empty string. Simply write S equal to empty quotes. Nothing inside the quotes. Either single quote or you can use double quotes also, but nothing inside the quote that will create an empty string. This is called as an empty string. Similarly, for list, what you can do, L is equal to empty brackets. This will empty list. Okay. Now, class, let's continue. Let's continue methods on list now. First method that we are going to cover is your append method. Append means what? Add something at the end. Let me suppose, let's say I am creating an empty list and I write, or let's say we have some data here. Suppose we have Shashank is here. Mamta is here. Okay, we have a list with us already. Now I want to add more people. You can write here L dot append. Let's say I want to add Kunal. So you can see Kunal got added at the end of the list. Remember, class, in case of append function, only single element can be added at the end at a particular time. If you are using add dot append single time, then it will only add single element at a time. And whatever you will give, it will take it as it is. Suppose if I write here L dot append 45, you can see it will take 45. If I write here L dot append, (34, high, so you can see this. Clear class or not? Now there is one more called as extend method. Extend the elements of a sequence extend a given sequence with the elements. This is really important class, with the elements of another sequence. Suppose we have L with us. Okay. Now I have another list L1 in which, let's say, Suzar is there and Shravanti is there. Now what I can do, I can write L dot extend Let me show you append first. See, if I write here append, what will happen? Class, this particular list will become the part of the base list as a whole, right? It is not adding the elements, it is adding whatever you have given here. It is taking as it is. Okay, but if I write here L dot extend L1, now see, Zuzar and Sravanti as elements will be added separately, individually. Are you getting the difference, class? When I write append, it will take whatever you give, it will take it as it is. Okay, because of lack of space here, it is giving in vertical order. That's the difference between extend and append. Now, one more thing that is there in append, extend specifically. No, Zuzar, you cannot do that. There is one way. Just I think, I guess. Let me show you one thing. It only works on. It only takes a sequence as input. So it is saying now, it will take the elements of another sequence. That means I cannot write here L dot extend 45. Are you getting why it is throwing an error? Are all of you getting this, class? (45) is not a sequence, right? Not necessarily a list. It can take a string also, a list also. It can take tuple, dictionary set. It can take anything, any kind of sequence it can take, but it cannot take a non-sequence. But same manner, if I write here L dot append 45, it will work. See, 45 got appended at the end. But if I write here L dot extend 45 in quotes, then see, 4 and 5 will be added separately. Shashank, not necessarily indexable sequence, all types of sequences, no. String, list, tuple, this they are indexable. Dictionary and set, they are non-indexable, but they are sequence. So all 5 of them, string, list, tuple, dictionary, set, all 5 of them you can take. Clear till here, class? Okay. Now suppose let's say you want to see here what is happening. The data is getting added in between. Let me just shorten this a little bit. Just for explaining, I am just shortening this. Okay. Now, suppose let's say class here, what is happening? Both append and extend, both of them are adding something at the end. Okay, now, suppose let's say I want to add something here between Shashank and Mamta. So what should be the what will be the index of the element that I will add here between Shashank and Mamta? 1, right? That means I can write here L dot insert first the position and then the element. Suppose let's say I want to add Ajay. See? What is everyone? Why splitting and appending? I am not splitting and appending. Okay, in case of extend, you are saying that is what extend does now. Whatever sequence you will give it, it will add the elements of the sequence separately. Okay, suppose first let's say, let me give an example. How do we use this? Write a program, create a list of first 5 of first and natural numbers. So we'll take integer input, enter a number, and then I'll write here for I in range. It is saying natural numbers, so it will start from 1, it will go till n plus 1. Colon, if I simply write class print I, suppose if I enter 8, so it will only print them. It will only print them. But here it is saying we have to create a list. So what you will do, class, outside the list now, outside the for loop, I will create an empty list. And inside the for loop, I will do what? I will write here L dot append I. And after the for loop, I will write print L. Got this, everyone? Let me show you this one by one. Let me write print L inside. Now see, this is what is happening. It is appending the data one by one. At every for loop, in every iteration of the for loop, it will take I one by one and it will keep on appending into the list. Got this, everyone, class, or not? Okay, so this is there, natural numbers. Now suppose let's say there is no point of doing extend in this case, na Mahesh. Extend is like you can use extend inside a for loop, but there is no point normally. What we usually do, suppose let's say, like I told you earlier also, suppose there is a batch in which there are 3 people, A, B, C. 3 students are there in first batch. In the second batch, there are some other students, P and Q. Now I want to combine both of them into a single batch. So I can write here B3 is equal to B1 plus B2. I covered this earlier also. This is called as concatenation, right? So this will work fine. But suppose class, let's say I want to modify batch 1 only. I want to add P and Q into batch 1. So I can write here batch 1 dot append, sorry, dot extend batch 2. That means batch 1 will get extended by the elements of batch 2. Are you getting the difference between these two? Plus, in concatenation, it is giving us a third batch, which is a combination of both the batches. But in the second case, we updated batch 1 by the elements of batch 2. Got this class in here? Getting the difference between the two, these two also? Class. When you use append, it will take the elements as it is. Whatever you will, sorry, not the elements, whatever you will pass here, whatever you will pass, whatever input you will give, it will take the input as it is. Okay, but in case of extend, it will take the elements of the sequence. Clear everyone till here? Now someone asked me in the starting, when I was covering input function, how to take a list of numbers as input from the user, right? How to take a list of numbers as input from the user. What you can do simply, class, numbers, nums is equal to input. Enter numbers in comma separated fashion. Then we will simply write nums numbers is equal to nums dot split on the basis of comma. C class 23, 14, 90, 20, 367. Don't put a space between them. Don't put a space, just comma separated, that's it. Comma 0, comma 5. Okay. Got this everyone class? Got this everyone class here or not? But there is a slight problem in this. What is the problem? Here you can see all the numbers are stored in string format, right? All the numbers are stored in string format, right? So what you can do here, class, you can typecast them into integer. So can I write here numbers or n is equal to int of numbers? Will it work? No. You cannot typecast entire list. Are you getting this class? Numbers is what? Numbers is a list, na? Can I typecast entire list into integer? No, na? I can typecast the elements of the list into integer. Are you getting the difference? I cannot typecast the list into integer. I can typecast the elements of the list into integer. Are you getting this or not? So what we can do instead of doing this class, we can write a for loop. For I, we will modify the data, len of numbers. And here I will write numbers I is equal to int of numbers I. Print. See this now. Getting the difference, class? Here, what I am doing? I am taking each and every element individually, typecasting that into integer, and then storing it in the same location from where it took. So I here and I here will be same now. So it will take the first zero index, typecast it, update. Take one, index one, typecast, update, and so on. Got this code or not? There is another way available, but I have not covered that yet. I'm just writing that down. You can directly use, there is something called as map function. Okay, I will cover it later on. Yes, Rishikesh, only elements can have values as char and float. I didn't get your question. Only elements can have values. I'm not getting your question, Rishikesh. I'm not getting your question. What is the meaning? I'm not getting the sense of your question. Why? Why about what? You're saying why? Why in at which location you're asking? Why exactly for what? Clear class till here? Is it clear class till here? Okay, now let me show you one more thing. This is there. Now there is one problem in this case. Suppose let's say the user entered A here. So at some point it will throw error, no? At some point in the code it will throw error or not? Right? Because we cannot typecast A to integer. So what we can do in this case? Here I will do the conversion only if numbers I dot is alpha is true. If it is true, only then I will typecast. Otherwise, I will not. Sorry, is false. Sorry. Is digit. I'm sorry. If is digit is true, only then we will typecast. Otherwise, we will not. Are you getting this code class now? See, A will remain as it is, but rest all will be typecasted to integer. Are you getting the application now? Now let us see another thing. Suppose you have a question. Suppose you have a We have one list, okay, in which these elements are present. There is another list in which these elements are present. Now you want to add the element, you want to add this to list. This is called as element wise addition. This is what you're saying, Sudhar, right? Now, assuming that both the length of both the lists is same, I will write here if len of L1 equal to len of L2. Because this element wise addition will only work if both the length is same. Then I will write a for loop for I in range of length of L1. Or you can write L2 also, no problem, because range will be same, obviously, because length is same for both of them. Okay. Now, I'll create a third list, L3, which will be empty. And I will write here, add equal to L1 ka I plus L2 ka I. L1 ka I plus L2 ka I. And then I will write here, L3 dot append add. Are you getting this code, everyone class? Just a minute, just. All of you got this code or not, class? Zuzar, I hope you got this code. Hello. Okay. Any other dot class in whatever we have covered so far? No, no. Now, class, one thing. Whenever you talk about database, see, list or tuple, they are not exactly a database. Okay, but since they're storing data, okay, so there are what happens? There are 4 operations that are available majorly. Okay, called as CRUD operations. Anyone any idea CRUD operations? Okay, CRUD operations, there are 4 things. There is create data. There is remove data. Remove data means delete, you can say. That's a remove. No, remove is read. Sorry, read data. Then there is update data. There is delete data. These 4 things are there. CRUD mein. Now, list may we already saw that l.append. Let's say we have a list with us, and if I write here l.append 23, so this is what I am creating data, right? If I write here simply L, this is what class? This is reading data, or you can call it like this also, L of -1. This is also reading data, right, class? Okay. Update data is how L of -1 is equal to 45. So this is what class? This is update data, right? Okay. Now, last thing that is left is your delete data. Okay. How? Suppose let's say L is there. Now, if I write here class L.pop, and if I don't put anything here at all, let me write the syntax class first. Syntax. Yeah. Syntax, so what happens in L.pop, we have to put an index. But here the default value of index is -1 always. That means if I write here L.pop, and if I don't put anything at all, what it will do now? It will pop the last element of the list. See, by default, it will remove the last element of the list. All of you got this, everyone, or not? Hi, Imran. Yes, you can say it follows last in first out. Yes. By default, it will follow last in first out. Because since I have not given any index here, which index I want to pop, it will by default pop the last element of the list. Okay. Now, what I can do, L.pop, suppose I want to remove this 4. So what is the index of this 4 class? 3. So I can write here L.pop 3. You can see 4 is not there in the list anymore. All of you got this or not? Okay. Now L.clear will empty the entire list. See, L.clear is basically used delete all the elements of the list. L.-1 means 8. Yes, Shalza. Pop all of understood C. If I write here del L, what will happen? What is the difference? What is the difference between clear and del L? Can anyone tell me? Yes. Clear will empty the list. List will be there, but it will delete it. Clear. In case of clear, list will still be there. It will just empty it completely. But in case of del L, it will delete the list itself, no matter how many elements are there in the list. You can see if I write here L now, it will throw an error, name array is not defined. It will remove the list from the memory. No, pop will only work in case of list. Within string is immutable. Now, how can you pop something from a list, from a string? String is immutable. Clear till here, class? Now, there is one more thing available. Suppose I have a list with me 3, 6, 1, 5, 3, 2, 3, 9. Now, if I write here L dot pop 0, so what will happen? What will happen, class? 0 index will be removed, right? The element at index 0 will be removed, right? But there is one more thing, class. For us, remove. I can write here 3. So what this will particularly will do, this particular thing will remove the first occurrence. Remove the first occurrence of the element. See, first 3 is not there now. Got this? Okay. Now, class, I'm asking you a question. Suppose, let's say, see, there is no way directly there is no way to remove all the 3s. Okay. Now I'm asking you, what will you do if you want to remove all the 3s from this list? You will have to write a code. What code? Write the code now. Those who are getting some idea, write the code. Now only. You have to write a code, class, which will remove all the 3s from the list. Write the code now, Suzar. Ranjit has given that question. write a program to remove all the threes from the given list. Abhishek, you don't have to create another list. No, don't create another list. Without creating another list, but temporarily it will create a list. No, you don't create a list at all. See class. Tell me one thing. If I want to remove all the threes from this list, okay, so how many times ideally I should run the remove function, remove method class? If I want to remove all the threes from this list, how many times should I remove? 3 times. I'll not remove 3. I'll not remove 3. I'll not remove 3. It is working right, class? This is what we need now. Getting this code or not, class? So is the code correct, class? Can we use this code? No, right? Because in real life scenario, we won't know how many threes are present. So is there any way? Is there any way to actually know how many threes are there in the code? Can we write a code for that also? To check how many threes are there? Using the count method? Right, excellent. So instead of writing this code, what I will do, for I in range, how many times do we have to run this code, class? Whatever is the count value, right? Yes or no? So I will write here L.count 3. So how many times will this for loop run now? How many times this for loop will run? 3 times? Because 3 is present 3 times. L dot remove 3. See, same answer. All of you got the code or not? All of you got the code or not? Madhusudan, because I am counting 3 now. It can be any element. Take element, take a number from the user. Enter. Input. Enter a number to be removed. And here, num. Got this code now? Array. So that is counting now. That is why I'm now using variable num. So it can be any number. Whichever number you want to remove, it will count the number of occurrences. Suppose let's say 3 repeat or 5 is also getting repeated, right? 5 is present twice. So let's say if I run this code, I enter 5. See, So L dot count num will give what? Got this now? What is that? Oh, you can take L also from there, isn't it? No problem. Okay, you can write this code. This one code. Which code? This one. This comma separated one. Thing. Write this code for the list also. Got this class? Amit, your code will not work. Suppose let's say I'm writing 333 like this. Is it removing all the threes, Amit? No. That's the issue. Which code you want to try and Ranjit? Zuzar, your code will work fine, yes. But the problem with the code is you're creating another list. I'm not creating another list here. I'm changing the L only. See, L dot count, assuming the element is 3. Okay. Let's assume that the number value that is given by user is 3. So this will become L dot count num or 5 will okay. L dot count num will become what? 2. That means for loop will become for I in range of 2. This means it will run 2 times. So initially L is what? When I is equal to 0. Range 2 means what? I will be 0 and 1. Ranjit, are you with me till here? Okay. Then initially the value of L is this. Outside the for loop, L is this. But as I becomes 0, it will do what? L dot remove num. So it will remove the first occurrence for the first time. Then I will, sorry, 3 नहीं 5 remove करेगा ये, right? Then I equal to 1 में क्या करेगा? In the previous iteration, it already removed 5 now. First 5, and in the second iteration, it will remove the second 5. Hence the answer. Got this? Okay. Now, class, let's understand this code. Now let's understand class how a loop actually works. I will be what? All these elements one by one, yes or no? Do you agree? Do you agree or not, class? Within for each is not there. Now, I will be the first iteration. I will be 5. There is I. There is condition. There is removal. I will be 5 in the starting. Condition is false, so it will not remove. I will become 3. Condition is true, so it will remove 3. So now in this case, what will happen, class? The list will become this now. Is everyone in sync with me till here? Now, next iteration, it will be 6. False. Now, let me explain one thing to you. What will happen, class, in this case now? In the next iteration, understand this, class. Try to understand this. Loop is running. The loop is running on which list, class? The loop is running on which list? This list or this list? First one, second one. When the loop started, the list started running on the first list, right? Top one, right? Perfect. Okay. The loop is running on the first list, not the second list. Okay. Now what happened? Initially, the iteration in the first iteration it came here, then it came here. Now, in the third iteration, at which position the loop should come on? Which position the loop should execute? Which position I'm asking? Third position, right? Or second index, right? Index to third position, right? Basically this position, right? Now, here in this case, it will skip 6. Why? It will skip 6. It will not even read 6. It will not even read 6. Let me show you. So dry run this code. And I'm putting a 3 here. Five, 3, 3. There is, it removed the first 3. Then it will take the second 3. See the problem here, class. It has removed the first 3, right? It has removed the first 3, right? Now, in the next iteration, what will happen? It will take this 3, okay, based on the position. If condition will be true, so here, this 3 will be removed now. Now in the next iteration, it will actually not take that 3. Okay. Li dot remove 3 you are saying, no? Since 3 is there. See, actually, in the third iteration, it will take 1. I'm really sorry. Based on the position that I said, here, then here. In the third iteration, it will come to the third position, right? And in the third position, which element is there? 1 is there, yes or no? Plus. Am I audible? Hello? Am I audible, class? Okay. Let me start. Okay. I'm getting your confused. Okay. This is a little bit confusing also. But I guess once you understood this, once you understand this, you will, like, your understanding of loop will get clear. All of you got till here or not? Tell me. Okay. Now what happens, class? Now, when we started the loop, so the loop was running on this list. The loop started running on this particular list. So what happened at this particular place, what is happening in this place is that loop will always, till the very end, loop will always run on this list only. Loop will always run on this list only. Initially, when the loop started, okay, so I will work, the I will be like this. 5. I'm adding one more thing here, class. Okay, position. Or you can take it as index also if you want to. Initially, the position is what? 1 position. 2. I'm starting the counting from 1 to 3. Okay, position. When we say position is 1 to 3. When we say index is 0, 1, 2. Okay. So in the first iteration, when I was 5, position was 1, I was 5. Okay. So if condition was false, yes or no? Then it came to second position. I became 3. Which 3? This one. This 3. Okay. So it removed this 3 only because remove function will remove the first occurrence. So this 3 got removed. Okay, since this 3 got removed, so here this 3 which is present, this one is which one? The third one, right? Are you getting this, class, or not? Right? Because this one got removed. This one got removed. And this 3 came here. Right? Now in the third iteration, it will go to position 3. And which element is there, class, in position 3? 1. Excellent. It will not go to this 3. It will go to position wise. Currently in the li list, okay, on the third position, 1 is there. It will take 1. So the condition will be false. Got everyone, class, till here? Then, so list is still the same. Position 4. Which element is there? 5 is there. Condition is still false. Now came 3. Sorry, position 5. Which element is there? 3 is there, condition became true. So what it will do now? Which 3 will it remove now, class? Which 3 will be removed now? No, the first occurrence. It will remove this 3. If using highlighted, it will not remove 3, na? Clear or not? Now, position 6 is there. Now, which element is present at position 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On position 6, which element is there? 3. Condition became true. Now, which element will be removed? Which 3 will be removed, class? Position 4, right? Okay. Then position will become 7. Position will become 7. Now, is there anything about position 7? Is position 7 present or not? So the loop will stop. Hence the answer. Are you getting this, everyone, or not? Okay. So what happens? What I'm trying to say here is, all of you understood the problem also, now? Because what we can say, we can get in this kind of cases, we can get ambiguous results, right? Basically, it will be difficult to predict. Yes or no? So, ideally, it is not advisable. Obviously, you can do it. Advisable is spelling your thing. Advisable to use pop or remove in a loop which is running on the same list. Got this, class, or not? You can use append now, but then in that case, you will have to create another list. See, there is no problem to create another list. There is not an issue to create another list, but can anyone tell me any problem in that? Suppose if I write a code, okay, and in which I'm creating another list based on the elements of the first list. Just say, suppose, let's say this thing is there. I will write here L2 is equal to empty list, and then I will write here for num in Li, if num is not equal to 3, only then append that in L2. I hope all of you got this code. So, for num in Li, num is not equal to 3. Not equal to 3, तो L2 dot append L2. Acha, right. Num. Sorry. Got this, class, everyone? Now, can anyone tell me Why this is not an optimized code with respect to the one that I told you earlier, that I gave you earlier with respect to this code? Why this one is not an optimized code? Simple reason is what? Use of another list will unnecessarily use more memory. First problem, excellent, Shashank. Second thing here, how many times this for loop will run, class? How many times this for loop will run? Till the length of the list, right? If there are 10 elements in the list, this loop will run till the end of the list. Yes or no? 10 times, right? The list is 10. If 10 elements are there, then this loop will run 10 times from 0 till 9. That means 10 times. Okay. But the example that I gave you, in this case, how many times the loop will run? Whatever number of occurrences are there, right? Exactly. And a number of occurrences will obviously less than or equal to length of list. And in most cases, it will be less than, yes. That means since it will run for the entire list, it will take more time also. Understood? Pankaj, see, in that case, yes. If we are writing the code from our end to count the number of occurrences, then yes, in that case, time will remain same. Okay, because we will use for loop for that. But if you're using the count function, the count function doesn't use loop in the backend, as far as I know. Okay, plus whatever loop, whatever is the base, whatever is the base of the loop, okay, it uses that directly. So count function or count method is comparatively faster than using the for loop. Got this class till here, everyone? Okay, sure. Now let's move forward. Pankaj, can you repeat? I didn't get your sentence. Obviously, there is some way to do that. Okay, this we have append, we have covered, insert, extend, pop, remove. Delete we have covered. What else is there? Clear we have covered. Okay. Now, in case of list, now suppose you have a list with you. Okay, there is a function called as sort. Suppose L is there, so, or L3 we can do. So what I can do here, I can write here L3 dot sort. Got this, class? One more thing you can do, you can write reverse equal to true. So it will sort in descending order. Got this also? By default, it will sort in ascending order by default. Okay, now let me show you one more thing. L3 dot reverse. All of you got this code or not? It is reversing the list. Now this, can I say this code is same as colon minus 1? What do you mean by customized sorting? All of your class understood everything till here or not? Now next is class. No. That is there in Python, but here there is no concept of color or date. All those things are not there, no? But remember, I showed you that pandas thing the last class. In that, yes, you can do. On the basis of a particular column, you can sort. Madhusudan, you will get these notebooks from Drive. Okay. Next in class, I am covering methods on tuple. Okay, methods on tuple. What about filter? Are you talking about filter function? Filter function is not a method, no? Filter function is not a method of this list. Okay, I will cover that later on. Don't worry. Map and filter, both of them I will cover. Now, class, tell me methods. Now, tell me tuple is mutable or immutable? Tuple is mutable or immutable? Immutable, right? Now, can I apply, append, extend, insert, pop, remove, clear, reverse, sort, all these functions on all these methods on tuple? No, no. Can I apply count? Should I be able to apply count method on tuple? Yes, because count is not modifying, right? So only two methods are available in tuple: count and index. Only these two methods can be applied on. Is it clear, class? Okay. Next is your methods on this we have covered. Okay. Just a minute, class. Okay, now class, there is a topic called as list comprehension. What I do now, I usually covered it later on, but I'm just covering here because I just have 10 minutes. I just want to complete this because next topic otherwise will take more time. Comprehension. Okay. So list comprehension is what? Let me just show you the definition. See, list comprehension is this. Okay. List comprehension basically offers a shorter syntax when you want to create a new list based on the values of an existing sequence. Let me give an example. Suppose, let's say I ask you, okay, suppose I'm giving you a question. Write a program, create a list of square of n natural numbers. What you will do? Ideally, you will take the input, enter a number n. Then for I range, you will go from 1 till n plus 1. Now, what you will do? Create a list. So you will create an empty list. And here l.append, you will do what? I power 2, right? All of you got this code or not? Okay, now this same code class, this same code, I can also write using list comprehension. How? This part of the code, I can write using a single line code. How? L is equal to whatever I want to append, whatever I need to append will be written first. See the syntax. Element for element in sequence. Whatever element you want to do, use I power square. Then for I in range, I2, followed by this. See, 7, same output. Got this class, everyone? This 3-line code can be changed into this single line code. Whenever you want to append something into a list based on some sequence, not necessarily this, it can be any sequence. Suppose, let's say, just a minute. Suppose you have a string with you, okay, in which suppose you're taking some input from the user, number, input, enter a number. The question is, write a program, create a list of squares of each digit of a number. Are you getting this question? Class? For example, the number is 236. That means the output should be a list having 4, 9, 36. All of you got this question or not? All of you got this question or not, class? Okay. Enter a number. So ideally, what you will do normally? You create an empty list for digit in num. Now you can see, class, number is present in what? String format. Why I'm taking this? Why I'm taking it in string format? Because I need individual digits. Are you getting this thing, class, or not? Why I have taken the input in string format only? Because I need individual digits. If I convert this into integer, will I be able to access individual digits? No, no. Okay. So that is why I'm putting that in this. Now, each and every character of string is also a string. That means, tell me, what will be the data type of digit? What will be the data type of digit? String. Let me show you, no? Print digit. Each and every element will be individual in. Let me show you. Type of digit. See, all of them will be in string format individually. So what I can do, d equal to int of digit. I will convert digit, only the digit, into integer individually, and then I will do what? D2 equal to d ka square, and then followed by nl dot append d2 and print nl. All of you are getting this code or not completely? Now I can write this code in a shorter manner also. I can write d power 2 directly here also, right? Or similarly, instead of written d separately, I could have written d like this directly. Yes or no, class? And am I creating another list here? I am creating another list now. I'm creating a list here, right? So I told you that list comprehension basically offers certain syntax when you want to create a new list based on the values of an existing sequence. So here we have an existing sequence. Which sequence is that? Num, string sequence. We already have a string sequence in place. Based on that, we want to create a new list. So in this case, we can create a. We can use list comprehension. How? Whatever I want to append, that's the code. Got this, class? Got this, everyone, or not? Okay. Now you can put a condition also. Like in this case, write a list square of n even natural numbers. Okay, we have to create a square. We have to put the square only when it is a even number. So in the normal code, here we'll put what? Put a if condition. If I modulus 2 equal to 0, only then we will append. Getting this code, class? This part of the code.